everybody, and welcome back to Welcome Grove Homestead. We underwent a little bit of a crazy weather thing yesterday, and some stuff happened. So yesterday started as a cloudy day. We were expecting some rain, and I ended up getting a message from a neighbor that said, hey, there's some tornado warnings, stay safe. And I was like, but it's raining, but there's like no wind. There was zero wind, nothing. And we went from zero wind to, there was stuff flying across the yard. The carport was wobbling. Like, we were seriously concerned for our safety because of the carport wobbling so much in the strong wind that we meaning my parents and myself and the kids, went to the basement just to make sure that nothing crashed into the house. And David was at work and it was over very quickly, but a lot of stuff happened on the property. We've got a lot of downed trees. In fact, we've got one tree that narrowly missed the house. I cannot go anywhere without you turkeys following me. Goodness. So this tree is not the tree I'm talking about. This one is just the tree that I could see from my window, which is unfortunate that half the tree broke. But I mean, you can take a look at this. It was not doing well. It's pretty rotten all the way through. But let's go see the tree that was the scary tree. Okay, it's been cleaned up since yesterday, but this cedar tree fell down and was all the way over here. It knocked this gutter pipe off and barely missed. This is my parents' room right here. Barely missed in there. Crazy. I did run out and take some pictures and video with my phone because I'm not taking my nice camera out in the rain, but we got this all cleaned up. We were incredibly blessed by the community that we have here in Tennessee. So right after it happened and the wind died down and I felt like it was safe to go outside, I ran out to check on the tree that had fallen down, and I sent a picture of it to David at work. And he is in a group chat with some of our homesteading friends, and he sent that out to them and said, oh my gosh, this tree just went down, barely missed our house. In less than an hour after the tree fell, there's a truck coming up my driveway, and I'm completely confused because I am not a part of this group chat that David is in. So I did not know that he had messaged this, and someone said, hey, I'll be right out. We had multiple friends who said, I will get there as soon as I can, we'll help you. And so, I mean, less than an hour after the tree fell down, a friend of ours just pulls up in his truck, and I'm completely confused as to why he's here. And he says, I'm gonna cut up the tree and help you get it out of the driveway. It's like, what? So, in the driving rain, we're out there with a chainsaw and pulling limbs out from under it, and it was incredible. And we had other friends, Josh, you guys have seen him before. He came and drove David's tractor to move the actual trunk of the tree. He moved it out of the driveway, and our plan is to actually put this on his mill and mill it for some beautiful cedar wood, because why waste it? That entire tree was cleaned up before David got home from work, and that was a huge blessing. So huge thank you to our friends, our neighbors. Randy showed up to help. We're just incredibly blessed by the people in our lives that just, raging storm, drop everything and come help you. That's just fantastic. But there's other stuff that went down that is less urgent, but still needs attention. So all down the driveway here, we've got branches and things that fell. The top of this tree. There's another tree somewhere on here that like the whole top is just barely hanging on. Blasted all these limbs all the way over here to the fence. The cluster of branches over here broke the barbed wire on the bottom of the fence. The only thing being contained in here is the cows, and the branches are kind of plugging the hole in the fence right now. So it's not super pressing, but it is pressing that we need to get that fixed. Fortunately, another plus is location. All the footing in here is going to be really slippery for the cattle, so I really don't think they're going to be over here to begin with, let alone trying to get out. But check out how full this pond is. It is so full right now. I've never seen it this full. Granted, I've only been here less than a year, but it is crazy full right now. Like, we were standing probably out at this level last summer. So it's at least another foot or two deeper than it was during the summer. Now there's another tree down that I'm not sure if it qualifies as a whole tree or as a half tree, because it's kind of a spot where there's two trees that kind of grew together. But we're heading over there. It's one of our really old apple trees. So when we first moved here, this apple tree lost a limb onto the fence, but its neighbor, just a little farther down the driveway, is the one that we lost yesterday. So we came down and this tree was laying on the wire. It didn't break the wire, just laying on it. But you can see this tree was really rotted. It's hollow, and it was hollow all the way up to the fence. And I got a couple of pictures of that as well. But we just cut it to get it off the fence, and we'll have to do another cleanup job getting this apple tree out of here. But you can see the evidence on here of these are really bug eaten, really damaged. So it's really no surprise that it's this rotten and that a really strong gust of wind just took it out. I've also got some down branches out here. We actually got really fortunate in that nothing landed on any of the fencing for the goat pens. There's a little doghouse blasted off of there. That's not light, so, and it's waterlogged, so that's going to be a challenge to pick up and move, but that's another thing we got to get cleaned up. All the animals came through fine. None of them got injured or blown away. They all were okay. Now the goats are going to enjoy this cleanup because I just threw this branch in here from one of the many cedar trees that have lost some limbs, and they're very happy about it. So I'm going to just give them some more. Hi, kitty. They are very happy. Now what's silly is that when I came out to check and make sure everybody was okay right after the storm happened, the geese were out and about. All the other animals were all sheltering. All the birds, all the chickens, all the turkeys, everybody was huddled up in the barns except for the two geese. They were having a bath in a puddle like it was just another normal day. They were just so happy that there was water everywhere. Now, walking along the access road here behind the barn, there's lots of down trees and stuff that are going to need to be cleared out, especially as we're wanting to expand all this area to be part of the doe pen. So all of that work we did in the summer clearing out brush was really helpful in that we can access the fallen trees. But it's more cleanup now. Nowhere. I literally can go nowhere without you. Stalker turkeys. Let's see, there's lots of fallen trees all in here. Woo! All this stuff is down. But this pond certainly got filled up. Because before, the edge of it was, I think, here before David excavated it. And now it's way out there. You turkeys have some serious FOMO. They say, whatever you're doing, we want to be part of it. These animals. The turkeys know that the dog came with me. They like to chase the dog. This is fantastic. Yeah, we are a ways away from their normal range. They followed us. They followed Gideon all the way out here because they enjoy their little game. Okay, so now I'm over on my parents' property, and this is their little corn crib is up here, and this is the access road to the big pasture in the back. And obviously a tree came down right across it. Lots of water all the way down here. If you're really quiet, you can hear there's a seasonal creek that runs through the woods over here. You can hear it running. Now it's time to hop some water. Oh dang. Yeah, this tree broke off. It didn't actually hit the ground. It's being held up by the trees around it. Obviously, we're not going to go standing in its path or anything. You know, butterfly flaps its wings and a tree falls down in the woods. But, look at this. That is crazy. It's being held up by its neighbors. So, coming out of the woods, we lost another big cedar. This one is not going to be millable, I don't think. Crazy. Like, it's got foliage all the way over there. Wow. Look at that, this tree was rotten. Right through the middle of it. Just created instability. So when the wind came in, down it came. Wow. So, quite a bit of foliar damage, I guess. A lot of trees coming down or breaking. So it makes for a lot of cleanup, but everyone's okay. The animals were not harmed. Their shelters were not harmed. There is a minor bit of damage to one roof of one barn, and it's not where animals are being housed. So, I'd say overall, we've been very fortunate that we didn't have worse damage, and we were very blessed to have help that just immediately came out with the tree that fell across the driveway. So David could park his car when he got home. So, again, huge thank you to our friends and neighbors who came out. So this weekend has more weather rolling in. Today, actually, we're supposed to get snow. Not a lot of it, but some. But naturally, because the weather is getting colder, we have one of our cows, or heifers, Rapunzel, our Angus, is due to calve just about any day. So, we're watching her super close, because with all this weather stuff, animals just want to go into labor. And she is really close. She's really uncomfortable. She's really big. We've been locking her up at night just to watch her. So we are keeping tabs and expecting her to calve pretty soon. We'll make sure that we keep you guys apprised of Miss Rapunzel and our calf watch, as well as our cleanup efforts here on the farm after the storm. As always, this is your country nerd with a goat herd, saying that you can grow where you're planted.